All right, guys, while we're together, one more topic that's just hot and heavy this week. SEC meetings in Destin, SEC scheduling, a big topic, 8 or 9 games. It sounds like we're probably going to get 8 for the 2024 season, as they're kind of waiting on ESPN. They're kind of waiting on the college football playoff and how scheduling is going to be weighted when it comes to the formula and what they're looking for in these 12 teams that are coming up. But hey, look, I mean, it can't go longer than 1 year. You're bringing in 2 more teams. You got to go 9 conference games. It's just makes no sense. I know there's this 1-8 model, 1-7 model that's out there, and maybe that can you keep 1 permanent and rotate the other 7, and that still gives you where you're playing every other team in the SEC every other year. But you've got to keep as many rivalries alive, and you can. Look, we're losing college football piece by piece of what we grew up with and what we've watched for years and years and years. If you keep the SEC at 8 conference games, you're going to be getting rid of a lot of games that mean a whole lot to people.
Yeah, you don't go out and get Texas and Oklahoma to say, okay, well, we're going to keep it at 8. So
Nick, I mean, you bring those 2 teams in, and all right, here's 8 conference games. That means they're playing each other. That means Texas A&M aren't playing every year.
That's insane. And even you go back to the old Southwest Conference, Arkansas finally has their family back, guys. They're no longer their cross. What was their cross division? It was South Carolina forever, and then and then they paired A&M. Did they pair A&M with South Carolina?
Yes, A&M and South Carolina is permanent.
I mean, what are we doing there? What are we doing? You have neighbors here. You got the Missouri. You got Missouri, Arkansas. It's kind of like a nice little corridor there out west that you actually have some neighbors out there now. So why not play those games? I'd like to see Arkansas. I know nobody here really cares about the Arkansas program, but you get Arkansas, Texas, Arkansas A&M, Arkansas, Oklahoma. Those should be happening every year. What are we doing? So getting to the 9-game schedule.
No, that Missouri gets their brethren back too.
Yeah,
I mean, they were the Big 12 for forever with Texas and Oklahoma.
And then we can give up any pretense of caring about Missouri at all, because we have to pretend to care a little bit because they're in the East right now. But we can just move on and be like, yeah, they're over there. So I think it's a temporary issue, because this is not, like you said. They also might be posturing for TV deals too down the road too. So we might want to stay at 8. Like we'll throw a few more bucks on the table and go to 9. They're posturing. It's going to go to 9 at some point. I'm not really worried about it all that much.
And one thing that came out, if they do go 1-7 in 24, they're still going to try and formulate where the rivalry still exists in the other games. They would still try to make that happen. So yeah, you'll have Florida, Georgia, but you'll still also have Florida, Tennessee somehow, or maybe even Florida, LSU somehow. But I mean, if you think about it, if you look at it when they only keep 1 permanent, I mean, this is why they have to go 9. All right, Auburn and Alabama are going to play each other every year. So you're going to lose Georgia, Auburn every year if you go 1 permanent. I mean, this is why you have to do the fans some service here and go 9 games. There's just no way. I don't care if ESPN is going to pay you or not. You got to go do it.
You guys are so over the top. I mean, look, the gauntlet that Georgia has to run this year with the 8-game schedule is so severe. I don't know how anyone could possibly say that Kirby has to play a 9th SEC game. Like this season, the season that he has to play to get, how could they have put it this far, like this much against him with Georgia going for a 3-peat? You figured they would have at least given him 1 game to rest, but no, the SEC gauntlet that he's running for this 8-game schedule for this 3-peat. They need a 9th game.
Will's sleeping on Trent Dilfer and the UAB Blazers, man. Don't sleep on Trent Dilfer out there.
Or that Georgia Tech interdivision rivalry game that they've got that's a barn burner these days with Georgia Tech and the ACC.
Speaking of asinine scheduling, we're about to go to Texas, Oklahoma, joining the conference before the team from Athens even takes a trip to College Station. They've never played at Texas A&M since Texas A&M joined the conference in 2012.
Well, let's just keep it that way. Right? Let's have Georgia never play Texas A&M from here on out. We talk about permanent opponents. Yes, permanent non-opponents. Just be like, and so let's make sure Georgia never plays Vanderbilt.
Right.
And how can we set this up to our advantage?
Hey, look, we're having fun here. It don't matter who you put on Georgia's schedule. They're going, they're going to do what they're going to do, but still. it's still a point worth bringing up about. Look, and I'll give them some credit too. SEC made them take Oklahoma off of the schedule because of the merging with the SEC and getting rid of that game. But still, I mean, it's two things can be true at the same time. Yeah,
Well,
we'll give you a break because the SEC took Oklahoma away. At the same time, your schedule stinks.
I'll give you an example though. The game I'm most disappointed about potentially losing. We didn't grow up. Our generation didn't grow up with the Florida Auburn rivalry,
Yeah.
right? The previous,
I love it.
That was, that kind of went out the window when it expanded. But I really love that Florida LSU game. That's probably been our most interesting rivalry over the last 2 decades is that Florida LSU game. And I like going out to Baton Rouge. I've been to that stadium before. Awesome experience. If we lose it on an annual basis, I'd like to at least see us like playing them with some regularity. Not going like a 3-year stretch without playing them.
The SEC, the way they're going to do it, you'll play every team every other year. So, we'll probably lose Tennessee maybe every year too, but at least we'll get them every other year.
Well, what we can be sure of is college football has never actually designed itself to be the most amenable to the fans, and somehow we still love it. It's like they keep beating us, but we keep coming back for more because it's so much fun. And I have no doubt that they will beat us yet again when it comes to the schedule, and we'll come crawling back because the reality is 3 months from now, when that ball goes up against Utah, we won't care what happened to the schedule and what the schedule is in front of the team and all that sort of stuff. It'll just be if we beat Utah, we will be crowing to the boys up in Athens for a while. If we lose to Utah, we won't be on Twitter for a couple of days. There's that's just the way it is, right? Once the season starts, you kick it off and you go. And so they're going to do what they're going to do to maximize TV revenue and to ensure that they have the maximum number of teams in the playoff. And I suspect that will not necessarily correlate with the best viewing experience for SEC fans.
Maybe we'll add Florida State and Clemson, just cut the schedule to 6 SEC games. That's about the logic that applies there. So I think long-term, this is not an issue.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. They'll go to 9 at some point, but it may take a little bit of breather in 24 and figure a weird schedule out for the 2024 season. But, hey, a 24 schedule, by the way, for Florida that includes Miami and Central Florida, and now maybe Texas or Oklahoma. I mean,
gonna be fun.
Yeah, we got to get it through 2023 first. And new merch, new sale, new Gators Breakdown merchandise available at gatorsbreakdownmerch.com, including this shirt I'm wearing. It's dropping just in time for summer with new designs. You can get yours with a 25% discount right now. There are plenty of options to choose from, including men's, women's, t-shirts, tank tops. Use promo code YTShopping25 to get our biggest discount ever and support Gators Breakdown while celebrating the Gators with these stylish summer looks. That's promo code YTShopping25 for 25% off. Click the link or head to gatorsbreakdownmerch.com to take advantage.